His Excellency Gregory Peter Obi, Labour Party, along with the chair. His Excellency Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, New Nigeria People's Party, along with the chair. Felix Johnson Osakwe, National Rescue Movement, along with the chair. His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, People's Democratic Party, along with the chair. Latifu Kolawole Abiola, People's Redemption Party, along with the chair. Adewale Ebenezer Adebayo, Social Democratic Party, along with the chair. Prince Abdul Malik Ado Ibrahim, Young Progressives Party, along with the chair. Chief Daniel Nwayaun, Zenith Labour Party, along with the chair. After subscribing to the Second National Peace Accord, the party chairman and the presidential candidates are kindly requested to stay back for a photo opportunity. So you sign and then you treat just in front of a banner. I think we're having the last set of signatures, and I respectfully now invite the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, the Inspector General of Police, as well as the chairman of the National Peace Committee to witness the signatures of the presidential candidates and chairmen of the political parties. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are having the photo up right now. May I respectfully invite the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic, President Muhammadu Buhari, to kindly join in the photo opportunity on the days. May I also respectfully invite former Head of State, General Yakubu Gowon, to also join in the photo opportunity on the stage. Your Excellencies. This is heavy. It's heavy. No, it's heavy.
So there'll be photograph with the peace committee members as well.
Oh, peace committee. Is it now? We do it. Better do it now.
Yes.
What about the former heads of state?
That's what I'm saying.
All right. I'm sure you had enough shots already. May I also request the former presidents in our midst to kindly join in the photo session along with the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, former President South Africa, former President Malawi, former President of Kenya. And at this stage, we'll also invite members of the National Peace Committee to join in the photo session. I'm sure that we will have to redistribute so that on the steps, and therefore you have a better view. Members of the National Peace Committee, please, you are kindly requested to join in the photo session. Okay, I will get across to you. Okay, I will do that. Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, party chairmen, presidential candidates. All right, may we kindly return to our seats? May we kindly return to our seats? The gentleman who is walking back to his seat is one of Nigeria's oldest journalists, Uncle Sam Amuka, We used to call him Sad Sam on account of the column he was writing in the 60s and 70s. Senior citizen now, well into his 80s, and still looking pretty young. He's the publisher of Vanguard newspapers. Uncle Sam, I salute you. We are good with time, but we'll now be taking messages of peace. And brevity should also be our watchword. Let me invite a member of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, to deliver a message of peace on behalf of the chairman. And this is being done for strategic reasons, because no other candidate in Saturday's election is being invited to speak, and the national chairman of IPAC is a candidate in Saturday's election. So on behalf of the chairman of IPAC, Barrister Maxwell Mbundem, please step forward to deliver a message of peace. Once more, brevity.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellencies, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol because of time. My name is Barrister Maxwell Mbundem. I'm the National Deputy Chairman of IPAC, and I stand on behalf of the National Chairman, who is unavoidably absent. As we know, elections, as observed every 4 years, is a high-level call to civil obligations on Nigerian citizens to make choices of leaders who will administer the country and spearhead distribution of dividends of democracy to the people. Thus, the stakes are really high, especially against the backdrop of an entrenched zero-sum political culture in our nation, in which the winner takes it all. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this can explain the tension and inflamed passion witnessed between candidates and their supporters ahead of this all-important election. However, it is the resolve and the view of IPAC to caution political gladiators and their army of supporters that no inflamed passion over high political stake is worth the blood of Nigerian citizens. Hence, any consideration capable of causing wanton destruction of lives and properties should be avoided. This is a moment to stop and reflect on what becomes of the nation, our citizens, our democracy, if unquestionable fire erupts out of the electoral process when we instigate our followers to violence through our actions or inactions. It is therefore on this premise that IPAC calls on politicians to play by the rules. They escalate tension and embrace one another in peace, so as to instill the understanding that the election is not a do-or-die affair among their supporters. Today's peace oath should not therefore be seen as a mere ceremonial exercise of putting pen to the letters of peace accord. Rather, it is an endorsement of a united and peaceful Nigeria, to which maximum commitment is required through our conduct and utterances during and after the election. At this juncture, IPAC salutes the National Peace Committee, led by former head of state, General Abubakar, for his noble role your committee have taken upon itself to ensure that politicians campaign based on issues and citizens are also allowed to vote for candidates of their choice peacefully. May we also appreciate INEC for their consistent assurance of a level playing ground for all politicians. This election should not be seen to have been conducted free and fair, but must be seen and judged as transparent and credible by every political party and their candidates, so as to inspire the acceptance and confidence. We want to appreciate everybody here for coming, and we want to urge all politicians, all candidates, to do all to make sure that this election is peaceful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barrister Maxwell Mbundem, for the message of peace delivered on behalf of the National Chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC. The next goodwill message will be delivered by Ms. Ene Obi, who is the convener of the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room and Country Director, Action Aid. Ms. Ene Obi. She's right at the back of the hall. It's going to take her a while to come to the microphone.
Mr. President and the chairman of the committee, may I stand by Kingsley's protocol? On behalf of the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room and the civil society organizations across Nigeria, we wish to commend the National Peace Committee for today. The political parties and their candidates have signed the accord. Citizens will hold you responsible. We are here to witness this, to hold you accountable. There will be winners, and there will be those who will not win. We ask you to have the courage to accept the results of the election, like many past leaders have done. Avoid both buying. Your word is your bond. The chairman of the Peace Committee noted with the last signing of the peace accord, violations already. This is not a lawless country. And I'm happy that the president is here. If some people violated even the last rules, they should be held accountable. We ask INEC to conduct this election under the atmosphere of transparency and accountability in everything. We appreciate the workload and commend the chairman and his team for the work that they have done so far and for the assurances. The IGP has also assured us of the readiness of the police and the security agencies. We are comforted by that. We call on them to be proactive and arrest violators. The Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room just opened in Transcorp a few hours ago. We will observe and give account of what is happening across the country because we have deployed observers across the country. We urge citizens to come out en masse to choose their leaders on Saturday. Many Nigerians are fleeing the country. Our population is a blessing, not a curse. And we ask that the trend be revised by those who are applying for this job. I want to wish you good luck on Saturday. Let's stand up right for Nigeria. Thank you.
Very much, Ms. Ene Obi, convener, Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room. Earlier in the course of the proceedings, I did pass on the apologies of two former presidents of the Federal Republic. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is in Addis Ababa on an AU assignment, and former President Goodluck Jonathan, who is in Mali on an ECOWAS assignment. But His Excellency, former President Goodluck Jonathan, has a message of peace. And the message will be read on his behalf by Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, the Bishop Diocese of Sokoto, and also a convener of the National Peace Committee. Former President Goodluck Jonathan.
As you can see, for very obvious reasons, I'm not President Jonathan. I don't look like him, and I'm not as tall as he is. So let me stand on existing protocols, as has been said. I'll just read his speech word for word. Of course, for obvious reasons, you can understand why I should stand on existing protocols. First of all, I want to appreciate members of the National Peace Committee, led by former Head of State, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, GCFR, for their commitment to peaceful elections in our dear country. We have to commend them because they have established a good tradition of bringing together candidates and political parties ahead of elections to commit themselves to peaceful electioneering. Today, we are here to witness the second signing of the National Peace Accord, dedicated not only to a peaceful 2023 elections, but also to a rancor-free transition. I also commend the committee for the deployment of moral suasion in their engagements with political parties to douse public tension. This is also aimed at mitigating the exponential growth of fake news, misinformation, and disinformation in the social media space. No doubt, this strategy has proven to consolidate the effort of statutory structures like the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in conducting peaceful and credible elections. Today's accord commits all presidential candidates, chairmen, and members of the political parties to accepting the outcome of the elections as long as they are judged to be free, fair, and credible. In the build-up to the 2015 general elections, myself and my successor, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, signed a similar accord committing ourselves to free, fair, credible, and peaceful elections. We also made it very clear in the second accord that we would abide by the outcome of the votes. I believe that was the way to strengthen our democracy, stave off looming violence, and bring peace to our dear nation. There is no better time to make this commitment than now, given the considerable levels of tension and apprehension so far experienced in the build-up to these elections. This is the time for the candidates and party leaders to demonstrate goodwill and impress upon it the cadres and followers that the election is not a war. Our country needs a stable and reliable democracy to be able to adequately address its challenges and provide a desired leadership that meets the expectations of our teeming populace and the international community. The world looks up to us to get our democracy right and become a force to be reckoned with in the leadership, recruitment, and governance process. We need peaceful elections to give democracy a boost on the continent, especially in our sub-region, where civil rule is threatened by a wave of unconstitutional changes of government. I therefore call on the presidential candidates, the party chairmen, and members of all political parties to please respect the voice of Nigerians and embrace the politics of peace. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we must continue to work tirelessly in our various capacities to ensure that peace reigns supreme during and after the elections. At this juncture, I take this opportunity to charge the election management body, INEC, to do its very best to ensure that the elections are free, fair, and credible. Whenever doubts build up in the minds of citizens pertaining to the credibility of elections, it creates a situation that could lead to crisis and conflicts. In the same vein, I urge the police and other security agencies involved in managing security during the polls not to compromise themselves in the course of carrying out their duties now, during, and after the elections. When the people have confidence in the election umpire and the police operatives that secure the polling processes, elections will be largely peaceful and credible. Once again, I thank the National Peace Committee for organizing this event, and I call on Nigerians to ensure that this election is peaceful and violence-free. I thank you all.
Please, let's appreciate former President Goodluck Jonathan, whose message of peace was read